Good afternoon, traders. My name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a chief analyst in Alpari Research and Analysis, and this is a daily analytical report where I will spend time with you and try to show you what's going on the market and tell you about the best trading opportunities. We'll talk about a little bit about fundamentals, but mostly we'll focus on the technical analysis because that's what works on the forex market if you want to trade profitably. I think you should focus on technical analysis and do not waste your time to think too much about fundamentals. But obviously I do know that fundamentals are important, and I do respect that many of you look at those fundamentals. So as always, before we'll start analyzing the charts, we talk a little bit about macro economy, geopolitics, and what happened overnight or in the very morning of European session, and what drives the markets from the fundamental point of view. So let me switch to the calendar right now. Unfortunately, there is not much that I can tell you from the fundamental point of view. Usually it's much calendar is usually packed. The thing is that we are ahead of non-farm payrolls Friday, where we should get more attractions. Today we do have FOMC minutes, but it's not that kind of minutes that drive the markets, that influence the markets. We are waiting for the hints about the interest rates, balance sheet, etc. But I wouldn't expect any fireworks with today's FOMC minutes. What do we have now on the market from the fundamental point of view? Is everybody's talking about North Korea again, but actually it's not sparking a safe haven reaction here, risk on mode, risk off mode, so escape to safe haven assets. Why? Because it's not the first time that we talk about Korea and possibility of an attack on Japan or South Korea or something like that. So I would say that trading world, financial markets are resistant to this kind of news, especially after we had that few months ago, a few years ago. Most probably nothing gonna happen, and we're gonna repeat this situation all the time. From the fundamental point of view, what also do we have is kind of positive comments from ECB, which is helping euro to advance higher, but also we got PMIs for market PMI composite and market services PMI, which came better than expected. So this is helping euro right now. Euro dollar, for example, is climbing higher. Unfortunately, from the technical point of view, I would love to see euro declining a little bit more, like 40-50 pips before going long, but it's just my expectation. I have to trade what it is. Today I don't have any position, but I would love to have if the euro dollar went to the area, which I will show you in a second. We are also ahead of G20 summit. Today Donald Trump is meeting with Polish president. So my city is totally blocked. Warsaw is blocked. Everybody's waiting for the Trump. It's really hard to travel to the city center. But I guess it's in every city that American president is visiting. So now he's visiting Poland, and after that he will go to the G20 summit. I'm sorry. I guess we can start with the charts right now. So guys, this is euro dollar, and euro dollar for the last 4 trading days excuse me, for the last 4 trading days is making lower highs and lower lows. Lower high, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And this is definitely a negative sign in the short term, because in the long term everything looks good. Let me show you this on hourly time, H4 time frame. Before that, let me change the color here. All right. In the long term, that's an uptrend. Well, definitely. We do have higher highs and higher lows. We are above uptrend line. Both uptrend lines. First one from the beginning of May. Second one from the beginning of April. And here with this gold color, with the orange color, I labeled a place where I would like to see the price, because that's an ultimate support for me, at least in the theory. Why is that? Because we do have a combination of 3 strong supports here in one place. Actually, this one place is 40 pips white area, but if you're planning to gain from it, like for example, let's say 200 pips, 440 pips white area is still little. So what do I have here are 2 uptrend lines, but also in the same time I do have a potential correction equality pattern. Those gray rectangles, look at that, euro dollar was making 175 pips corrections, 177, and here so far we do have 130, but I'm expecting 170 as well. Okay, so that's the second factor. And the third factor is recent resistance. As you can see, it was a resistance at the beginning of June. 1, 2, 3. It was broken at the end of June. Straight after that, it was used as a support. And I look forward for the price to test this as a support again. Obviously, I was talking about that yesterday. Yesterday we were here, we were saying that the price should decline, the price is going down, so no surprise here. I continue that. My view is still strongly bearish in the short term. This is a support. Also, in addition to that, what I said, it's a flag. Those pink lines is a flag. Flag is a trend continuation pattern. A trend before the flag was created was bullish, so we should expect a breakout of the upper line of the flag. In the fantasy world where everybody wins on the market, the price would go like that. Okay, but that's a fantasy world where everything works as expected. We will see if it will be like that. I can leave it in place. It's a matter of principle, right? The principle is the flag going to the closest support, and after that we should bounce, and breaking the upper line of the flag should trigger a buy signal. So that's a principle which is probably written in every trading book known to mankind. Again, I don't like euro dollar. I think there are many instruments which have much better respect, much higher respect to the technical analysis. But at the same time, from time to time, I can see a nice setup on euro dollar, which makes my eyes happy, and this is one of those. Before maybe going with euro dollar, well, we finished, but before going further with pairs with American dollar, let me show you the dollar index. Yesterday we were also saying that the dollar index should go up, at least here, and we can see that today it happened. They went to the closest resistance, which is 38.2 Fibonacci level. I think that this support needs to be readjusted, so there is a horizontal resistance here. It was a resistance 28th of May, and yes, in 28th of May, at the very beginning and at the end. So that's the crucial resistance here. Important support is here. To be honest with you, they can finish with that. I think that dollar index is ready to go lower, but in the same time, I would love to see dollar being a bit stronger, at least 40 pips. I'm not asking for many things here. Let me show you dollar index again. So the best scenario would be the price like going somewhere here, making double top formation, and then breaking the lower line of the wedge. That would be the best. It would allow here dollar would be stronger here, dollar would be stronger here, and then a breakout, and then euro should be stronger. Again, in a fantasy world where everything goes as planned, that would be beautiful, but this is forex market. So for making such plans, such detailed plans, that first we're gonna touch this, then we're gonna touch this, it's really hard to make that on the forex market. It's better to focus on trading, but if I'm not having any position at the moment, I can make such scenarios for now. Another instrument, Australian dollar to American dollar. Here you have a beautiful display of price action trading. Look at that, I love it. We have a decision after movement after RBA decision and a statement. And look at that, resistance, 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 broken resistance, broken resistance becomes a support. Here no, but broken support became a resistance. Beautiful. Downswing, correction, aiming the closest resistance, downswing, and new lows. That is a beautiful display of price action, and from the price action point of view, we should get there soon, 40 pips lower. Another instrument, look at that. We highlighted the possibility of a correction. The correction happened, but wasn't so deep as expected. Well, that wasn't our target. That was just drawn for the principle. We can check on yesterday's daily analytical report. It's all recorded. So that was just a matter of principle that we have a drop, then we should have a correction, and then continuation of the main movement, and that's what we are having right now. We made new lows, but the thing is that buyers are now fighting. Buyers are now fighting for the double bottom formation, and actually they have some chances. American dollar to Polish zloty, double bottom formation on a horizontal support. That can be bullish, but no bullish sign if we are no bullish signal when we are below the upper line of this channel down formation. So first they need to log in here, maybe slightly higher here. British pound to American dollar, where the correction started at the end of the last month, and that's just a typical movement. I want to show you potential target for that, which in my opinion is here. So after breaking the upper line of the wedge formation, maybe you'll be able to see that better here. That's a wedge. After breaking the upper line of that, it would be nice to check that, to test that as a closest support, using this principle of price action trading, that broken support becomes a resistance and broken resistance becomes a support. So they should aim here. A 38.2 Fibonacci level is always strong on any instrument, on any time frame. You should always respect that. Not trade that, but at least respect that. American dollar to Japanese yen. Here, very nice defense of a horizontal support. This horizontal support got significantly stronger overnight. It was a resistance here after breakout support, support, support. They tested that 3 times. 3 times they bounced from it, so no surprise that the price went higher and made a new local midterm high. Now another instrument, euro to British pound. It's moving, euro to British pound is moving sideways. And there is maybe this one is no longer relevant. But there is this resistance where we do have a false breakout marked with blue color. And we do have this support. And the price getting under this support should trigger a sell signal, but I wouldn't be so kind to open pending order here. It's a bit maybe not risky, but the situation is not good for opening pending order. I think there is a high chance for a false breakout here. So I would rather prefer for a price action signal than a pure breakout itself. So a price action signal is price closing, and then you can think about opening a position there. But and in the same time, the pending order gets activated even if there will be a tail here. American dollar to Mexican peso, and that's great that I had a short position here and I closed that here, I guess, because now I would be on loss. The price is back testing this resistance. It does not look good for sellers. I think that buyers created a strong double bottom formation. And this one actually can work. I'm sorry, that can be a legitimate reversal here. Okay, double bottom formation, and this blue area is a legitimate resistance. Also a neckline of this double bottom formation. I'm not a fan of calling that a neckline, but fair enough. I'm an orthodox in that matter, and I think that neckline is only in head and shoulder formation, but many guys are using that also in connection with double bottoms or double tops. So fair enough. If we consider that line, buy signal is already present. But if we consider the horizontal one, the blue line, we still have to wait. Euro to Japanese yen. That's a wedge. But it's a different wedge, because as you can see, it's a kind of a reversal wedge. Or some may say, what is he talking about if that's an ascending triangle formation with higher highs? But I would see more a wedge here, breaking this. It's also a triple top formation. Breaking the support will be very relevant. So breaking the lower line of the green, breaking lower green line can trigger a midterm sell signal here. I don't like trading this kind of wedges. For me, wedge should be only a trend continuation pattern, but also I'm aware of the fact that when you have a situation like that, so strong spike, and we do have a formation like that, that's risky for buyers. we can soon see a reversal here. Silver is tanking, broke the long-term uptrend line, is about to make a contact with a long-term horizontal support. Again, we do not change our view. It's a long-term view, so it won't be changed overnight. As long as we stay above here, we are fairly safe. Maybe not in the best condition ever, but fairly safe. Breaking this orange area can be catastrophic and should trigger a long-term sell signal. But as they say, so far so good. Australian dollar to Japanese yen, so far so good. We stopped on an important dynamic resistance, so no surprise about that. But we should continue this movement, so this stop is just a correction, it's a small pause. Even with the fact that what you can see here is a head and shoulder formation, maybe a neckline. Let's do it like that. And the horizontal one. Okay, price getting there. Can delay the signal a little bit. But still, I would say that the situation on Australian dollar to Japanese yen is positive. Even if so, that wouldn't be a bad idea. So, I'm sorry. Something for the sellers and then something for the buyers. New Zealand dollar to Japanese yen, weekly chart, so we wait. We soon should have a contact with neckline. British pound to Japanese yen, my favorite, because I traded long here or here, and I closed that here. That was a good trade, but as you can see, I shouldn't be closing that. The price is advancing higher and I would have more money right now. American dollar to Canadian dollar. I hope you do remember what we were saying yesterday, because we were saying that there is a flag or a pennant. It doesn't really matter, because all it matters here in this formation is lower line of this formation, not the upper line. So we had a pennant and a flag. Both of them were trend continuation patterns. Trend was bearish, definitely, right? Downtrend, flag, downtrend, flag, downtrend, and flag, much smaller flag. Those were present on the chart for a week or over 2 weeks, and this one lasted for 3 days and resulted in a downswing. I'm sorry. So this horizontal support got broken, and now again we're the price is showing principle of price action trading, so broken support becomes a resistance. This decline is very sharp, so I would be a little bit afraid of going short here. But for the mid-term and short-term traders, it looks like a decent buying opportunity. And now let me change the account and I will show you oil and 2 indexes. So on oil, what do we have here is a reaction, bearish reaction on the first resistance that we labeled here for you. We labeled 3 resistances, and the first one was 50% Fibo, but also those lows from here, from the beginning of June, and the resistance from the middle of June. We went a little bit higher, but now we are going down, as you can see on a daily chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bullish weeks in a row. 8, 9, actually this one. And we are about days, I'm sorry, not weeks, days. And today we're about to end this excellent winning streak. I think the best one this year. And or a pause. we'll see how it will go. But first resistance that we highlighted here works. What is the trend line here? There is one like that, I would say. There is another one like that. S&P, remember yesterday we had the market was closed, Independence Day. So we're just having a sideways trend. As you can see, the volatility decreases with every day. Market is just waiting for an impulse. And DAX, what is having is that does not look good. So we broke the uptrend line. Price fell sharply, and now, well, that's why trading is hard, because it's subjective. So buyers will definitely see a left shoulder head and a right shoulder, and they will anticipate a breakout of this resistance here and a trigger of buy signal. Sellers in the same time will see a downtrend, small correction, not a trend reversal pattern, but a small like a wedge or something, and they will anticipate the price going down. And I told you what will sellers and buyers do, and what will do is, I hope you will analyze this carefully. Do not use your bias. Just focus on finding out, learning, trading signals which are suitable for your strategy, and I hope that will be objective, right? Guys, so you know that currently the best trading setup for me is just to wait here. Oh, nicely. Euro dollar is declining nicely, so I'm just gonna wait on this pair for the contact here. Wait here patiently. Wait for the bullish price action here to go long. If the price will get there and there will be no bullish price action, fair enough. It means that there is no support here. My friends, if you want more trading occasions from Alpari, you have to follow us on Twitter and our website alpari.news. Now a short break, and after the break we'll have a webinar about MetaTrader 4, about this trading platform which I was showing you. You shouldn't have any problems with this trading platform from now on, if you will stay obviously on this webinar. Thanks very much, and if not today, see you tomorrow.